Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mindful and Mellow. Today, I'm going to use the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, as I often do. But it's been a while since I've done a Celtic Cross tarot reading, so I kind of felt inspired to do one of those. As you know, the Celtic Cross does take into consideration past, present, kind of like what's coming at you, what you're attracting, what your fears and hopes are, and then the outcome. So there's like a broad spectrum that's covered there. So that's why I do like to do it from time to time. Not all the time. Sometimes I like to ask very specific questions or be somewhat general and kind of just ask and see what cards present themselves. But today I just kind of want to do a Celtic Cross, I guess. So let's jump right into that, and then maybe if we have time, we'll pull some Whispers of the Ocean Oracle cards. And I've got the Rider-Waite Tarot deck with me too, in the event we need to do some clarifications. So let's just jump right into it. I just did a wonderful chakra balancing meditation, so I feel very calm and very cleansed, I guess you could say, kind of like mentally prepared to do this. So let's jump right into it. So current energy, we have the Page of Swords, which is being crossed by the Queen of Wands. In the distant past, you have the World. In the, in the more recent past, we have the Five of Cups. In the subconscious mind, we have the Four of Wands. What's coming towards you is the Star. Okay, let's see if I can move this out a little bit here, make some room, because it's hard to get everything on the same page here. Okay, you are represented by the Ace of Cups. The person or situation you're attracting is the Six of Wands. In the area of your hopes or fears, we have the Page of Wands. And then in the outcome, we have the Chariot. Okay, so really kind of like some great cards on the table here. So what I really like to see is the major arcana. So we have the World in the distant past. We have the Star in the future. And then we have the Chariot and the outcome. So the Chariot and the outcome is absolutely phenomenal. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Let's pull the bottom three cards on the bottom of the deck. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Probably one of the best, if not the best, major arcana card. We have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So here we have a lot of high vibe, very positive energy. The Sun has a lot of positive energy. You can see that these sunflowers are being drawn up to the sun, and what's drawing them up is this positive energy and light. So here we also have the Ten of Cups. This is complete emotional fulfillment, and the Six of Pentacles is about recognition. So you may be being recognized by someone, or someone's just generally maybe appreciating you. I'm getting appreciating, demonstrating their appreciation for you. Could be by, also demonstrating some generosity. This could be somebody at work. Maybe somebody's getting a raise, or someone's getting a promotion, or the acknowledgement, but also the financial reward that comes along with that. It's just what's coming to mind there. But this is a lot of very positive, high vibe type of energy. It feels very good. Again, like the emotional fulfillment, the full fulfillment. I mean, this rainbow is coming into this cup. The cups are overflowing. I'll put those off to the side for a moment. So in your current energy, we have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So as they call them, rods in the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. So, excuse me, I'm a little stuffed up today. The Page of Swords is all about kind of like a message coming in. So this may be some sort of clarity. It could be tied to whatever this is. Could be tied to, if there's a recognition or something coming in, you may be being recognized, or someone's sharing something and spreading general. Excuse me. But this energy is one of enlightenment, of awareness, and also one where there's clear communication. There's a communication coming in. Or you're receiving a communication, or perhaps you're the one that's communicating to somebody else. But this is coming through in a very passionate kind of way, by somebody who is able to appeal to some of your desires, some of your interests in something else. The Queen of Wands, I mean, she's very excited and very passionate, but she's also very she's very aware of herself, is kind of what I'm getting, but she does follow her passions and her interests. And again, here we have another sunflower. The sunflower, again, is kind of drawing the energy. So this is a very positive, high vibe type of messages coming in. You may be receiving, you may be giving, okay? But like it's also just like the understanding and the awareness. And I think like when I see the sword here, and the sword is pointing up, and he's looking off as the clouds are dissipating. He's actually kind of looking at her. And if I hold these cards together like this, so this could be like, receiving some information, or for somebody out there, somebody could be receiving a communication from somebody, inviting them into something that will truly become like a passion project for them. This could be something that's really interesting. If it's a job, right? Could be somebody's offering you a job that's really going to kind of bring out some of the passions and interests that you have. It's going to really play into that. So, if somebody does reach out, don't dismiss it, okay? Today, in the next couple of days, whatever. Certainly kind of entertain any ideas and opportunities that may be presented to you, because there could be some really good things coming in, okay? Excuse me. In the distant past, we have the world. So the world is all about emotional fulfillment. You are over the world. This is an ending of a cycle, though, too. So you might have gone back. You might have taken an amazing trip, frankly. This is kind of what I'm getting for somebody. That there was some world travel, and now you're kind of back and kind of getting into the throes of like you're back in, resuming normal life, so to speak. So if you took a bit of a hiatus from something, maybe you took a hiatus from working, maybe even laid off, maybe like, something similar. Maybe you use that time to do some travel and do some exploration, but also some spiritual work, right? I also get like a spiritual component when I look at this card. And I see like, she's kind of hovering in the air, but she's also sexually exposed a bit here. I don't know if YouTube is going to object to having that displayed here in this card, and hopefully that they do not. However, but it also is just kind of like bearing on, kind of being who you are is kind of what I'm getting here, right? So that you definitely coming from a very strong place. In the more recent past, though, I mean, maybe this is a disappointment. So maybe you were disappointed by something, but and there's like a focus on like what's spilled, but there's certainly something still standing behind you, and there's two cups standing behind. And so what I'm kind of seeing is, and that's kind of being highlighted by the ten of cups at the bottom of the deck, is that there is emotional fulfillment out there for you. There's something else out there. So, and that might actually tie back into this, these two cards. There's something else out there, and that's coming in now. Like maybe maybe you felt like, there was nothing, you're very disappointed about something, but there is something else coming in, and this is in the recent past. There's something else that's coming in that could be there could be a communication coming in, somebody reaching out about a particular activity, event, a job, whatever the case might be. After you kind of thought, like, okay, well, I'm disappointed this one didn't work out. I don't know where we go next. But there's something coming in now. In the area of the subconscious mind, we have like the Four of Wands. Look at this. This is like, see the 1111 here? The 1111 is often a synchronous type of number. It often means you're on the right path. It often means that, abundance and prosperity and that kind of thing. All good things are kind of coming towards you. For me personally, I think it reminds me that I am on the right path, that I am in the right mindset, and that I am mindful, and that I am present, and that I am self-aware. So this is the reminder to you to hold this in your subconscious mind. Be open and receptive to anything and everything that comes your way, right? And I think when we expect the best, we will receive some of the best, right? So this is about expecting it, anticipating it, feeling it, and then also there's a celebration here. Like this is a marriage card, this is a celebration card. So I feel like if you're able to feel those emotions deep within you, you're able to kind of you're able to manifest those in your reality. And you're basically vibrating and bringing some law of attraction, some Neville Goddard concepts here, is that when you're feeling those emotions and you're vibrating at that high level, you attract into your life the experiences that are in alignment with that kind of vibration. So definitely, I feel like, maybe you are more self-aware, maybe you're in a good spot, maybe you're feeling that, maybe you're working on that. If you have been, great. Continue to be aware of that. If you're not, consciously ask yourself, what are you focusing on? What are some of your beliefs? Challenge some of your beliefs about things, about life, or anything else that comes your way, right? Now, in the future, in the immediate future, you're moving towards the star. The star card, oops, I better cover this up, because sometimes YouTube will definitely, they can screen and they can see certain things, and they might discern that it's like nudity, for example, is what I've been told by other people. So anyway, the star card is all about, following your North Star to me. So I think you're following your North Star, but it's also about purity and also about bearing all. And that's kind of what she's doing actually in this card, is like bearing all, being who she is, and kind of exposing herself to, a lot out there. So she's also spilling water. There's also water moving in, between these jugs, as she's kind of got one foot in the water here, and she's on the edge of this small stream and the small body of water. Water is all about movement, okay? So there's certainly movement. You might not see it, but the message I'm kind of getting here is there's movement. You may not necessarily see it, but if you allow yourself to kind of just be comfortable where you are, is what this is the area you're moving into. You're comfortable where you are. Now, this is the first time I've kind of felt drawn to this bird. To me, the bird is almost like a one of those little red birds that comes to the window oftentimes. It often indicates somebody, the presence of somebody who's passed away. Is it a cardinal? Cardinal. Now, it doesn't really look like a cardinal. It looks like a different kind of bird. However, the concept is there that, it comes to my mind immediately for whatever reason. I've seen this card many times, and I don't think I've ever noticed or paid much attention to the bird. The cardinal is often an indication that the presence of spirit around you. So somebody who has left. So what I'm kind of getting with these two cards together is that you are very spiritually aligned. You are feeling very, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so stuffy. I'm like, it must be allergies. That you are very spiritually aligned, that you are very open and receptive. So you may be, if you do have psychic abilities or you're focusing on those, you might be particularly psychic as we move into this, into this next, into the future here as we're moving forward. And this is like not far away. This is like this is like what's coming at you. So I'm definitely kind of getting like a spiritual awakening, and also some psychic abilities kind of being fine-tuned is the term that comes to my mind. So if you've been looking to fine-tune your spiritual abilities and your psychic abilities to be more receptive to the signs, synchronicities, the visualizations, the feelings, and just anything else that comes your way, you're moving in that direction. That's a wonderful place to be. So again, you are represented here by the Ace of Cups. Okay, the Ace of Cups is all about emotions fulfillment. This is about a brand new beginning. So it's interesting to me that we have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of like the final stage. This is like the fulfillment and the full evolution of that. So if you're represented by the Ace of Cups, which is the beginning of an overflowing cup, maybe a new relationship, right? Maybe you're getting into a new relationship, but you also, I feel like you are at a point where you are whole and complete as you are, and you're feeling that you're willing and fully able to offer love to somebody else too, right? I think that's kind of like being whole and complete with, and being happy with yourself, being in this state of like 11:11, being in this state of, emotional awareness and fulfillment and kind of high vibe. You're able to offer that particular love to somebody else. So I do like the fact that both of these cards appeared here. Again, I think like this is the overflowing emotions. So the person's situation you're drawing it to you is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about recognition. So whoever this is, this person's situation, there's going to be a lot of recognition. And actually, technically, we have this at the bottom. So we have the two sixes, right? This is all, the Six of Pentacles is all about, often gratitude, generosity, someone being very generous with you financially, but also kind of giving you that recognition. The Six of Wands, to me, is all about like kind of like, it's almost like a parade going on here, but there's also a strong recognition. So if you've just achieved something, if you've achieved some, like milestone, or you've graduated, or you've done something, you may be recognized for like the work that you did. You may be recognized for the value that you brought. Maybe you'd be recognized just for your compassion and empathy, okay? And this could also be someone kind of really, I'm getting it too, that this is somebody who recognizes you, the value that you bring. And this could be a relationship too, right? So they might be really looking at you thinking, wow, this is an amazing, this is an amazing person. You are an amazing person. And that kind of might be, and you might be opening up and showering them with the love. This could be a whole new beginning of love. Somebody who's really kind of like, wow, this guy, girl, whatever is great. Okay. Now, near your hopes and fears, we have the Page of Wands, right? Page of Wands is about like a new passion, new idea, and a beginning. So I think that this is kind of like, uncovering something new to kind of, this is, I view it as more of like a hope than like than a fear. So the Page of Wands, I mean, I think when I see this, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing, picking up something brand new and kind of running with it. So kind of finding something. You are kind of in a high vibe spot. This is about somebody is exploring something new. And I think that if this is you, you're exploring something new and you're hoping that like this is really going to take off. And I'm getting that it is, okay? Because when we move into the outcome, we have the Chariot. The Chariot is all about you. You are in control. You have taken the reins. He's also moving on from something. The Chariot is kind of moving. He's picked up, he's loaded up the car and he's moving away. He's moving on to something new. So the outcome here is like you're moving on to bigger and better things, okay? You're also in control. He is firmly in control here. He is holding on to the reins. I'm also getting a bit of a yin and yang vibe here too, with the black and the white. Although it's not the yin and yang symbol, if this is a particular person, if this person is coming into your life, there is a yin and yang connection, okay? There is something about you and this particular person. If there's somebody coming in, you just jive together is the word I got. You guys just, you fit, you can complete each other's sentences is kind of what I'm getting to. So, that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. So if there's a new relationship, there's definitely an opportunity here for this to kind of, you can kind of take charge and you're kind of driving this too, right? So a lot of it's going to be like, well, what do you want? So think about that, right? Because you're in control. You create your reality. The Chariot to me is also a very law of attraction driven card about, remembering your power, your strength, and your ability to kind of create your reality and take the reins and be able to illustrate and visualize what you want and then move towards it. So, overall, I think this was an amazing reading. I would like to use the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle cards to pull 2 additional messages from the Oracle just to kind of supplement this. So again, I think a number of different things here. You are in a very high vibe state. You are very conscious. You are very spiritually and emotionally aware. You are present. And you are self-aware. You may be harnessing and you may notice significant improvement in your psychic ability if that's something you've been looking to do. And you may be attracting a brand new love into your life. As you vibrate higher, people are going to notice and feel that. And you will attract people, and you're attracting somebody amazing into your life today who may recognize you in some capacity as being a wonderful person, being somebody who is, someone they want to get to know better, potentially work with, be in a relationship with, whatever the case might be. But you definitely have all the control in your arms. So here we have distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. And childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Embrace and love who you are. And I think that's kind of what you're doing here with these 2. So I thank you for being here. Drop any questions or comments into the chat or into the comments section. I'd love to hear kind of like your thoughts on it. Is there anything that resonates here? Is there anything that doesn't resonate? And what would you like to see in the future going forward? So thank you for being here. I'll be back again soon.